Welcome to the Odyssey. This is Goku and Frieza, two mortal enemies teaming up as one to take down a common enemy, and that was Jiren. Dragon Ball Super had quite a crazy conclusion, and mind you, by this time actually the sub has finished, and the series is technically well, they didn't say it was over, but that arc is over and Super's going away for a little bit, but to return in the future after a certain movie happens. So the dub is pretty far behind. I don't think it even got to the arc yet. I wanted to watch the ending, so I ended up watching the dub, and I'm not really a big fan of the dubs because I don't want to focus on reading the subtitles, especially when a lot of great things are going on. I want to just sit back and enjoy the animation and just the colors and all the vibrancy of everything. So because of all that, and I just like the voices better in the dub. And yeah, I mean, some voices sound a little little wacky here and there, but I mean, to me it's the same way in the original sub. I have a couple of friends who are like really die hard about the voice acting, where they refuse to even listen to subs or dubs at all because they just have this mind frame that the dubs are just always bad. And like I said, I'm the complete opposite. So real quick, I started with Frieza here. I don't think I've ever drawn Frieza before, and I figured this was going to be interesting. It took forever to find a high quality picture of this scene. I thought for a second I was gonna have to just find the video and just pause it, and I tried that at first, and it was hard to actually get it crisp enough where I could see it. But fortunately, I don't know who did it, but fortunately someone got the direct capture of the scene, and it was in high definition. It was beautiful. It's currently my wallpaper on my computer and my phone. This scene, I jumped out of my seat. I was at work, and when this happened, I jumped out of my seat. I was like, and I had to hold in, me saying, yo, because I was just all over the place. It was really fun drawing Frieza here, though. I messed up on a couple of the proportions, so I had to keep erasing and coming back to it, and you'll see I did that a lot with Goku as well. For this first part, also, I wanted to say that I just do the penciling, and then I come back. I'll do another part next that'll actually have like the watercoloring, because this will be the first piece in a while where I'll be adding watercolor to it and add that nice rich color to it. And like I said before, I mean, either way, I'm not really. I love dubs, and I prefer those most importantly over subs, just because I can focus more on what's going on. I like the voices, they don't really bother me. Voice acting, whether it's considered bad or not, doesn't really affect me. Like, I can still get into the series and still have fun because it's anime, it's a cartoon. While they're meant to be serious, I mean, it's just a voice. People in real life sound off and wacky, and yeah, at the end of the day, though, it's a cartoon. I'm not going to take it too seriously as far as the voice acting goes and call myself a die-hard fan only when I watch the subs. I'm a fan because I watch the show because I love the story and I love the characters that are portrayed in it. Whoever voices them, I love the shows for the characters and the stories behind them. And that is what makes you a fan. So whether you love the subs or the dub, I had to get that out there. I'm gonna make a video talking about this further in the future, but I had to vent a little bit about that because I almost got into an argument with my friend earlier about it. But anyway, so it was kind of cool drawing Goku. I haven't drawn Goku in a long time. I've maybe drawn Goku 3 different occasions, and I think I had to redraw him about 3 times because I kept making him bigger than Frieza for some reason, and he is taller than Frieza, but as far as the proportions in the picture I was using for reference, they were actually pretty even, so I don't know. Question of the day though, what do you guys usually prefer? I know most people the majority is most people prefer subs, but I know there are people out there who prefer the dub. I mean, come on. You got Chris Sabat and Sean Schemmel. They do a phenomenal, and the other people too. They do phenomenal voice performances for the characters. I'm not knocking the dub performances at all, but like, yo, Sean Schemmel especially. Friends, honestly, I have at least 2 characters of mine in mind. Like, if I was ever to have my shows animated with voice acting in the future, best believe I'm having Sean Schemmel come in and voice them. It'd be like a Dragon Ball Z reunion. Because everyone's so good, especially Chris Sabat. I love the way he portrays Vegeta now. From way back when he first started voicing him to now. Oh, yo. So it was really cool, really, really, really fun drawing these guys side by side. And I'm just using a typical 0.5 lead pencil, mechanical pencil that I got from Walmart. I got a 2-pack of it for maybe $3 or $4. Pretty good deal. Or is it 0.5? I forget. But either way, it's really thin lead. I love drawing it with mechanical pencils the most. It just flows so freely, and I just love it. So it was great. It was really great coming back to drawing DBZ fan art. If I remember correctly, the last one I did was a fan art based off of character I actually created that was half Saiyan and half whatever Tapion's race is. Tapion from the Fist of the... what's that movie called? He did the Dragon Fist in that movie for the first time. It was like Dragon's Fist. I forget what the movie's name was called. It was with Harudagon, the big yellow bug creature that apparently no one really likes the movie for some reason. I thought it's pretty cool. But mainly because it's just a huge monster that they're fighting. I love monsters. I should do a Harudagon fan art picture sometime. I just really like that creature. I think honestly they should have made, honestly a lot of the movies I think they should have made canon. Like just rework the plots and just make them canon somehow, where the characters in them could be where they are, and just make it happen, man. Even if you had to like do a bunch of them in the current saga. But I need Harudagon back. But anyway, I loved the design. I love the design so much. I wish I still had that picture so I could show you guys of the character. She was really cool. She had a bunch of red hair all over in her face. And oh, this is when I started inking the picture. Like I said, if you guys have watched a couple of my other videos before, you know I love inking my pictures. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know if you can hear that. Excuse me. So I love the design of the character so much. I don't remember her name, but I love the character so much, or the name that I gave her originally. But I ended up converting her into original character, but of course not with the original background and all that. Of course I had to change her a lot, so there wasn't any copyright issues, and so she could be a truly original character. Mind you, she still would have been, but of course I can't use Saiyan and whatever Tapion's race in my own stories because that's major copyright issues. I drew her fighting, and actually she was kind of technically losing against more of a Terminator-esque Red Ribbon Army android, and I thought that was pretty fun. I really liked the aspect of that happening, and I kind of had this idea where she was coming from a planet that wasn't Tapion's world, but another one that they colonized that was kind of affected by the Tree of Might. And it took her a while, but she finally tracked down who she thought was the who she thought was the leader who took down her planet with the Tree of Might, but of course it wasn't. And you know, with space travel, she was traveling for a long time to find him. So that'd be a pretty cool side movie, or maybe not a movie, but maybe like a special. But yeah, it was a really rough draft that of a story that I made up when I was like 12. So another question of the day for you guys: who's your favorite DBZ character, or just DB character in general? Don't want to cut out the other series like Dragon Ball Super, and GT. I would have to say my favorite is Future Trunks, and then the runner-up is Vegeta. Of course, I love all the characters really, But those are my two top favorites that I always like seeing. Great character development, especially for Vegeta. Favorite villain, close, somewhere between Kid Buu and Janemba. But this is the finished piece of it when it's penciled, and here is the finished piece of it inked. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I remember to make sure I have these pictures saved where you see them as they are. And I'll talk about these characters more so in the future, like why I like Buu so much and why I like Janemba so much. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. So until the winter of sales yet again, let me know if there's any future suggestions you have. And I'll see you in the next Odyssey. Later days.